Hello, Taurus community. This is Soul Tigress here, bringing in a message for y'all. All right. So I got some tarots already shuffled. I got some oracles already shuffled. And I've already asked divine energy, angels of protection, spirit guides, and y'all's ancestors to come in. Let's see what the messages are. I have a lot of clear quartz that wanted to come out, for this reading. So is it a sense of wanting to clean up some stuff? A sense of wanting to clean up some stuff. Alright, so let's see what wants to come out for the present. For the Taurus community, our brothers, sisters, them and theys, all these beautiful souls that are here in this community. Alright, Ace of Cups comes out right away. Ace of Cups, there's definitely a new direction, a new way to fill cups, wanting to come into harmony. Ten of Cups in reverse came out. And then also I have the Queen of Cups. I got a lot of clear quartz here. And that tells me there's a wanting to clean things up or coming clean in a sense. And it has to do with emotions. Could this be softer emotions? Could this be around effeminate energy? Or this could be, like I said, bringing in more of a feminine energy trait into something. Masculine, them and they, that doesn't mean you have to go off into a certain gender or certain energy. It's just balancing the energy, because we have both masculine and feminine within us. Okay, so it could be asking to come at something with more balanced energy in the feminine. And it's all about how you're filling up your cups. So we got a lot of cups here. What I would say is that you want to increase your emotional intelligence. Also, come to terms with something. A lot of times, and this comes out in a lot of readings, is the truth will set you free. Is it that you have to be truthful with yourself while being gentle? Is it that you have to be truthful with somebody else? Okay, because definitely, there's something that you haven't achieved. All right. Anything else want to come out about the present for Taurus? Honestly, I feel like when we go into the block, the shadow side of things, I feel like more is going to come out. So you're tired of the way you've already built up. Okay, so I talk about currency, and currency comes in a lot of different directions. Okay, it could be karmic currency, it could be money currency, it could be within the home currency. And I'm feeling like this is a lot of root chakra currency, family, home. Okay, or something that's really, really grounding in your life. It could be your career, but it's something that is painful, that has been painful to harvest. It's something that you're holding on to, I feel like, in a sense. And is it doubts? Okay, because that's what's keeping this like that, in a sense. And you're moving past it. There's a sense, again, of wanting to clean up. Now, sometimes one currency is going to affect another currency. So say you get a better income coming in, we'll say financial currency, then you're going to see a difference in not having to be so strict with your finances. So there may be some burdens lifted. Same with karmic currency. Once you face some things that have been karmic, say getting in the same situations over and over and recognizing that pattern, you move forward in that currency, okay? So it's something that, again, you want to clean up. You know, you've had time to think about it, and you feel like, it seems like you feel like you didn't come in as your best. You were swift and you didn't know what you wanted. Okay, so when you made a decision, you were swift, you were impatient, but in a sense you didn't know what you wanted. And I think it comes back to the emotional IQ. Because another interpretation is this had a lot to do with self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. You know, keeping you from cutting ties with stuff to get moving forward. To get moving forward. I say it's in the spot where you feel at home. I can't call it the home per se because a lot of people really don't live at home. They live on the road, within their career, traveling and stuff. So it's wherever you call home. And again, this has to do with coming clean. Coming clean. In a sense, you don't always have to come clean to individuals. If there's a fear that, hey, I can't talk to this person, then it's doing what you can. Finding somebody, a counselor, somebody, and opening up about this emotion. Because this emotion is kind of what's held you back. I'm hearing it would be your downfall. It would be your downfall to be emotionally handicapped. Now, I'm not trying to offend anybody by that, but that's just what's coming up for Taurus. Taurus can be very, very... How do I want to put this? Taurus can show emotion to the ones they're very close to. Very close to. But Taurus doesn't open up emotionally. They don't like to be vulnerable in that sense. And what I'm getting at is if you're not really vulnerable emotionally to the right people who can give you sound advice, and you're only emotionally vulnerable with people who are not on a higher frequency, higher level to give you sound advice, then you're kind of doing yourself in. You're doing yourself in. All right. So let's talk about the block. What is it exactly in the emotions that you're being blocked about? What is it? All right. Angels of protection, please be present as we explore this little bit of a shadowy side with Taurus. The moon in reverse. What I'm getting at is you have to be emotionally vulnerable with yourself on all aspects. All aspects. Energetic, physical body, emotional body. I'm going to say intellectual as I'm pointing at my head, but it's all going to align, you know, it's all going to come together. But in a sense, it isn't coming together because you're at war with it. I feel like it's, what is that one game? I can't remember. It was a game that they used to play a lot, and it was a long storied game, and it was like war or something, and everybody was against each other. I feel like that's what's going on. That is what's going on. You have your emotions on one side that got their guards up. You got your mind on one side that got its guard up. You know, you got your physical body on one side that got its guard up. You know, and it all has its guard up to each other instead of to the environment. It's all guarded up against each other. That's what I'm getting. What else wants to come out for the block for the Taurus? What else wants to come out for the block? Okay, so we have the Four of Coins in reverse, the Knight of Cups upright, Knight of Wands upright, Five of Swords upright, Two of Wands upright. You're searching for answers. There's a lot of searching for answers. Stuff that you don't understand. Stuff, it comes back to how you feel. It's almost, again, it's how you feel versus your thoughts versus, say, the traditions, your foundation, what you were built up upon or from. But again, you have something else that's been coming in, and this is why you're thrown off. It's almost like there's an awakening. There's an awakening. There's something that you're sensing, and that's on the energetic realm. Okay, so that's a little outside of the body, but it still fluctuates in the body because we are energy too. We are energy too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I feel like there's something you're kind of coming to terms with. And it's not self-sabotage driven. It's just, it is the way it is. And when I hear that and say that, it's like a dead end. It is the way it is. And then the Magician comes in sideways. It is the way it is. You have everything. That's what's perplexing, is you have everything to do it, the tools to go in the direction that you want. But because you're so at war with yourself, you don't see it. You don't see it. If you look at this Magician, he's focusing on everything that, to me, he's at war with. Because he's not in the upright. And he came out this way. So that told me he was in the upright at one time, but now he's unbalanced. And he could go a little bit this way still, or he can come back this way. And if you look at him, look at that. Looking down on the cups, looking down on the wands, looking down on the swords, looking down on the pentacle. Not aligned with it. Well, technically is. But I mean, it's not like, huzzah, I'm here, I'm going to use these tools at hand. It's like focusing on each one. Over focusing on each one. Over focusing on each one. Now, what is it though? Is it past? Is it present? Is it a little bit of both that's feeding it for you, Taurus? It's the foundation. So that's what I got a lot here, is a lot of wands, a lot of thoughts. Foundation. Being up in your head about it. Because this is the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is there's no movement. There's looking off to the distant. But this is in, again, process. So this could be a movement, but it's a movement not in the direction that you want to go, or still stuck in not moving in the direction you want to go. And, you know, I brought up past, present, future. When I heard that it is what it is, that tells me that you felt like there's been a stop since the past. There's a stop now, and there's only a stop for the future. It's only a stop for the future. Anything else want to come out about the block for Taurus? Anything else want to come out for the block for Taurus? All right, let's see 2 cards. Okay. How do I do it? How can I do it? How do I come in? How do I structure this differently? That is a part of the block. I hear a lot of house. Instead of stepping into the direction you want to go, the block also is, it's too many house. Because you do have moments of clarity where you're like, okay, I'm emotionally set. I've worked myself up. Those are your good days. Good days. We all have good days. But then when those bad days come in, and sometimes those bad days, I want to say, have been a little bit more constricting. Yeah. On the good days, you can see it, almost understand it. Almost understand your block, almost understand your emotions. Almost. But then you have other days where it's like you're facing a totally different self. Totally different self. And I feel like on those days, that's when you're overstimulated. That's when the flow is overstimulated. Life's overstimulated. You're overstimulated from this being at war with yourself. It's left you. There's the Knight of Cups. Or actually, that's the Page of Cups. It leaves you acting irrational. Almost like emotionally immature in a sense. It definitely, on those bad days, it puts a halt. It puts a halt on everything. It puts a halt. This is the Lovers right here. On any dreams. Any dreams. You know, any new beginnings. This is on your bad days. This is, and like I said, I feel like you're having more of the bad days than good. And it has to do with the overstimulation. And an overstimulation, it just depends on how I don't want to say sensitive, but how receptive you are of your environment. When we're overstimulated, a lot of times we're running on a higher frequency. So what comes in hits us by like a 5-fold, a 10-fold, which could, you know, what does overstimulate us even more. Now, say you are a Taurus energy who already runs on a higher frequency due to some of the other stuff in your chart. Okay, so then you're already a little less grounded and you're a little above, and then you get more overstimulation. Boom, you're right up here, racing through. But for some reason, you're really good at having a war within yourself. It's a war within the foundation that you built, a war within the emotions, a war within the stability currency that you bring into yourself. It's a war in the, did I say mind already? Like, it's just imagines the wands, the cups, the pentacle, the swords, just all at war in one spot, just going at it. Because that's kind of what's happening. You're all on different sides with yourself. That's what I'm picking up. What needs to happen, Taurus, is you got to ground yourself out and realize that all these parts are your MVPs, your VIPs. They all play a magical, harmonious, also uplifting roles and so much more within self. But it's learning how to explore that and give validation in a lot of different areas that you need. Okay. So let's go to the Sharmic Oracle cards. Sharmic Oracle cards, I like them a lot. I'm going to ask this divine energy, universal energy, please talk through these oracle cards. What is it that the Taurus community needs to hear for this block? How can we send a message to the Taurus community, to get them to help get them to shine their light a little better into these uncertain areas in self. All right. Let's see what the energies want to say. What you're in your head about. What you are hung up about. This war with all this different sides of you. Y'all need to have a sit down within self and let yourself know. You can't see it, but it's all good. There we go. It's all good. It's a part of the mandala. It's a part of the bigger picture. It's a part of your vibration. How can this being at war with myself be a part of my vibration? Because what it is when you start to recognize this and you start to heal it, come to more understanding within self, why self feels things, validating that, you're going to raise this vibration. You're going to see things a little bit clearer. Your emotional IQ is going to increase because you're going to understand how you feel. And again, that it is valid and it ties into the bigger picture, your mandala. And as we talk about the bigger picture, the mandala, vibration, integration, as above, so is below. That's what I'm hearing to say. Okay. Integrating those different parts that are at war, because it fell onto the magician, it fell onto the King of Cups, it fell onto the Eight of Wands, it fell onto another big wands one, and also the Five of Swords. There it is, all on each one. The only one that you don't have is that pentacle there. That pentacle there. All right, because that pentacle's over there. Anything else want to come out for the block for Taurus? Taurus are beautiful, handsome Tauruses. Ooh, there we go. I wanted to say this earlier. I think I did. I don't know, but There it is. Such a popular saying. The truth will set you free. And you have the number 12 there. The truth will set you free. One of the biggest ways you can be vulnerable with yourself is being truthful with yourself. When you're truthful with yourself and vulnerable with yourself, you are teaching yourself how much yourself is important. That's beautiful right there, Taurus. That is really, really, really beautiful. I'm feeling time's up with these cards. All right, so I'm hearing let's ask about the future. I don't always ask about the future. I feel like this is future, present. This is just kind of going to help shed some light on a little bit more on this path, you know, these rugged steps that you're taking up this mountain. It's not too much of a cliff yet. Not too much of a cliff yet because, again, the Hangman was in reverse. So something that you have given a lot of thought to, beginning that you want to go in, a different emotion. So it could be that you're already putting in work. You know, there's a few different timelines that run. Some of you might be getting ready to come in this. Some of you may be present in this. Some of you may have already dealt with this. The reason why you're coming here is because, or you're being brought here, is because there is something that's unresolved. And this story here is to help give you a message. Which message is for you? I don't know, because I feel like there's a few messages in here. That's for you. That is for you and for you only. All right. Trust. Trust. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's something's yelling at me to yell at you about that. Trust yourself. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. Trust that direction you want to go in. Trust that you can get to the 10 of Cups. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. Because the fact that you're even looking at this is saying something. It's saying something. Oh, look at this gentleness. And it fell out into the truth. Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. When you're speaking your truth to yourself, be gentle. Be gentle. When you feel like you want to rush through something, be gentle. I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself in particular. With yourself. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. What you say out loud about yourself, about others, is vibrated within. All right? And do you want to walk around being a whole buttload of negativity? Even because of a negative experience. Even if you got a cop giving you a ticket because somebody pissed in his cereal that morning, don't wish that cop bad. That's on him. That is on him. You're not married to that one. You don't got to take that person home. You know? There's a positivity to everything. Sometimes we don't see it. That's when you have to be patient. Be patient and be gentle. Instead of saying, I hate this, this is unfair. Be grateful for what you've built, what you have. Sometimes when we are reaching to things that we feel are unachievable, we forget, all the things that we have achieved, the steps that we are going in, and the steps that it took to get to the steps in the new direction that we're going in. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Woo! Could you imagine for a second? Imagine for a second, Taurus, if you weren't at war with yourself, how much higher you would soar. You wouldn't be stuck thinking all them crazy thoughts. Being at war with how you feel and, saying, oh, that doesn't matter, blah, 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 blah. Instead, it'd be complete opposite. You would find that cloud 9 within yourself. Within yourself. So this is, again, these unicorn oracles are kind of something to harbor on. Harbor on for when you get done with this reading. Harbor on, for tomorrow, for future, When you feel that stuff is getting hectic, again, remember to be gentle and trust in wanting to align with yourself. Trust that it's okay to not be at war with yourself. Last card here, intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. What I'm hearing is say it is so, and it shall be so. Awesome, Taurus. Awesome. Thank you so much, Taurus community, for coming in and checking out this reading. This was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, universal and divine energy, for using the cards and myself to send these messages in this beautiful story. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.